News Center Maine is partnering with the-maine-monitor to bring you some of the reporting being done by journalists at the independent nonprofit publication. We'll be sharing one of their stories each Monday.
Including this, last year the federal government decided it would eliminate grant funding that helped bring counselors, social workers, and other mental health professionals into schools. That decision sparked a lawsuit from 16 states, including Maine, to reinstate the money. When a December ruling in that suit deemed the government's actions unlawful, the U.S. Department of Education released under protest 6 months of funding to states, including some funding to Maine. But without clarity for the remaining funds for the year, some schools that relied on it are still left in limbo.
Here to talk about these federal grants and more is Kristian Moravec, an education and workforce development reporter for the-maine-monitor. Hi, Kristian.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, walk us through what these grant programs are and what they're looking to do.
Yeah, so during the first Trump administration, there were two separate grant programs that formed. That would be the Mental Health Service Professional Development Grant Program and the School-Based Mental Health Services Grant Program. And these were each formed in the wake of a mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, which took place in 2018. And then funding was dramatically expanded in 2022 after yet another mass shooting at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. And really the goal of these two grant programs, which are multi-year grants that awardees can draw down over the course of several years, is to boost school safety by expanding access to mental health professionals, particularly in high needs areas, such as, for instance, rural communities in Maine.
What exactly led to funding uncertainty?
Right. So last year, the Department of Education, that is the federal Department of Education, said that it would cut the grants, citing that they no longer aligned with the Trump administration's priorities. And this came as federal funding streams were being slashed kind of in a variety of sectors, including education. And this current 6-month release of federal funds really only accounts for about half a year of what grantees were expecting to receive in this calendar year. And recipients aren't really sure if they're going to get any more.
What were some of these entities using these funds for? And so how does this impact Maine?
Some folks were able to kind of make up the cost of hiring the staff amid federal funding uncertainty through other means. There were two districts, Eastport Public Schools and RSU 73, that were reliant on this funding. And for this current school year, they were not able to hire mental health professionals amid the federal funding uncertainty. And you know, as the uncertainty kind of continues, there are some folks who are looking to just cut these positions altogether. That's kind of the case happening in Lewiston Public Schools. They are looking to cut a handful of positions that were backed by these federal funds.
Kristian Moravec, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You can read much more at the-maine-monitor.org.